Hey, what's the word, players? How y'all doing? Welcome to another stream, or in this case, another video if you're watching on YouTube. How's it going? Say hi, YouTube. I hope you had a great Christmas. Hope you got time to relax and see family and whatnot. I had an interesting Christmas. So I got a few things. One thing that I got was, I don't have them on me right now, but I got some Super Mario socks that I'll probably put a photo here. I'm editing this on YouTube. Some Mario socks. I got some Sonic the Hedgehog Sonic hat. But I believe that says Soniku on there. Could be wrong. Let me know. It's been a while since I've read Japanese. Wife got me some Sonic drip. Always appreciate it. Love it. And another thing I got in terms of games is I got 2021's Game of the Year. It Takes Two. I got It Takes Two. Wife got it to me. Haven't had a chance to open it yet, but I'm gonna play it really soon. So really excited to play this. Honestly, I got Game of the Year, and been looking for more co-op games for the wife and I to play. So it's really cool being able to get this. Funny story about this game. When I went to my in-laws, we did our gift exchange and whatnot, and come to find out that my sister and brother-in-law also got me It Takes Two. And on top of that, my mother and father-in-law also got me It Takes Two. So I guess in a way, it takes three, because I got 3 copies of It Takes Two. I literally got 3 copies of the same exact game on the same exact system. That's never happened to me before. It's hilarious. Yeah, comment down in the chat or down below again if I'm editing this on YouTube. Let me know what you got for Christmas this year. Well, now I guess we take a look back at 2021 for the channel. So this has been an interesting year. I know probably I'm not the first person to say that, nor am I going to be the last. Probably think I said the same thing last year, maybe. But yeah, this was definitely an interesting year. Very challenging. But in terms of the channel, I made quite a bit of videos. Made over 10 videos, which honestly is kind of an accomplishment considering I was working full time for like the entire year, and was really hard to like try to make videos at all. So to be able to make some videos, I'm actually quite happy. And not just that, but I'm actually quite proud of some of the videos that I've made. Like the challenge videos of me playing games in random ways, from again Sonic Adventure on a fight stick, Sunset Overdrive with my drawing tablet, or even something I did last week or so, which was drawing using my fight stick. I may do more of those, maybe, we'll see. I did my first review this year, that being Pumpkin Jack. Did that earlier this year. It was a great game, and honestly I wanted to do far more game reviews, but like I said, 2021 was just kind of a weird year. But I'm glad that I was able to make a game review for the first time, and I think I did pretty decent for my very first attempt. I'd say so. In terms of just like making videos and whatnot, honestly I feel like I was starting to get more into my stride, sort of getting into like how I'd like the videos to be, with me trying to inject more humor into them, at least what I think is funny. So I feel like I was doing a little bit better job, in terms of editing, just injecting more humor into them. I feel like the editing got a little bit better, just a little bit tighter. I'm definitely getting far more familiar with using DaVinci Resolve and trying to streamline things and have a faster workflow and figure out shortcuts and whatnot, which is good because it means I'm being able to go a little bit faster pace, which means fingers crossed, more videos. And going off of that, I feel like over time the audio got a little bit better. Obviously, audio is still something that I struggle with a ton. I know, still working on that. Part of it is equipment, but part of it is also just me learning how to get good audio. But I feel like it's been getting better, which is good. So overall, in terms of like the types of videos that I've made and the quality of them, I feel like they've been pretty decent this year. Being my first full year doing YouTube. Because last year was kind of like, I guess, halfway through the year, so to speak. Yeah. What else happened this year? I got commissioned by someone that I know to draw art. Not just art, but I got to make emotes for the first time. Never have made emotes before. I've always wanted to. So this was a nice new experience. Got to try something new. And honestly, it was kind of a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun drawing them, coming up with new ones. And yeah, I had a lot of fun making them. And not just emotes, but also commissioned me to do other things, such as making a new logo, making a new banner to use throughout various social media, made him a new profile. Yeah, I did a lot. And I mean, there's still a lot more emotes to make, but honestly, there's something just really cool being able to see the stuff that you make, see it being used by another person, especially seeing the things that you designed come to life in the form of merch. So seeing them as like shirts, hoodies, hats, it's just really cool because it's like, hey, I made this thing, I recognize that thing. It's just really cool. Definitely want to do more of those. I'm yeah, just really happy with how they turned out. And I guess this will also be a plug that, hey, if you're looking for someone to design your emotes or draw whatever for you, yeah, definitely let me know. Commissions are open. So yeah, that's like a lot of the great things that happened this year. Fortunately, this was actually a little bit discouraging news when I decided to, as I was doing a review for 2021, just checking a look at my YouTube like analytics and performance and whatnot, and man, everything just took a huge nosedive compared to last year. Oddly enough, when I started making videos last year, like in the middle of the year, the videos that I made last year actually did way better than anything that I've made this year. Like nothing's come close in terms of like videos. I'm not counting shorts because for some odd reason the Kirby Air Roomba short did really well. I have no idea how that one did as well as it did. But yeah, in terms of like videos, yeah, nothing this year even came close to when I first started last year. Kind of a bummer, not gonna lie, especially since like I felt like I've put a lot more effort into editing and making them, or trying to make them look as good as I can to my ability. And the two things that probably hurts in terms of like performance and whatnot is I'm just not consistent. Like I was not really producing videos at a consistent rate. Again, working full time just made it hard to make as many videos as I'd like. There were a lot of times where I just had to scrap videos that I was originally gonna do just because I didn't have time to make them. So I had to move on to something that was a little bit easier to make. And yeah, since I'm mostly just trying to make videos period of things that I like and not follow any one consistent, I guess, thing. I guess there's a little bit of consistency, but it's kind of just like whatever I can make. I guess it also just kind of hurts with trying to grow, because it's like, well, what are people supposed to expect? I don't know. But the data hurts to see, especially with how well it seems, well, how much worse I did this year compared to how I did last year. But it is what it is. I can only hope that 2022 will be better. Some things that I am a little bummed about in terms of just like videos last year is that I only made one like Christian gaming video, which, by the way, I'm trying to nail what kind of name to come up with this series. A working title is Parables of Gaming, which would actually be perfect because it will be shortened to POG, or abbreviated to POG. Working title, still working on it. But yeah, the whole thing where I like try to talk about gaming and Christianity together. Yeah, I look back at the year, I only made one of those this year. Last year I made like, I think I only made like 2. Again, I started pretty late in the year. But yeah, I was definitely planning on making a lot more. In fact, I have like a whole Word doc of a whole bunch of ideas. But again, this is one of those things where I just wasn't able to get to a lot of them, especially with the amount of time it takes to get game footage, to research Bible verses and context behind those to make sure that if there's any history that I need to include that as well. There's a lot of time. There's a lot of work that goes into those. That's definitely one of those things that I want the channel to be known a lot for. Bummer that I really didn't do those this year outside of just one. So that's definitely an area that I want to do better. Is make more of those parables of gaming videos. Again, working title as to what I call those series. Another bummer is that I didn't make as many skits this year. That's another thing. Again, I have like a whole bunch of ideas, and there's so many skits that I have written down, was looking forward to making, but some of them do require me to be in other locations, which again just made it hard with scheduling and whatnot. So it's kind of a bummer. Wasn't able to do as many skits this year, which sucked. So in a way, I kind of had to make a compromise by incorporating like short sketches or skits in the videos that I did make, even if they're only like a few seconds long. Just to sort of like, in a way, still be able to do those. But yeah, definitely was bummed that I realized I didn't do any this year as like full-length videos. Hoping to change that for next year. Right. Yeah, something that I guess was just like a reminder for myself as I was just looking back at the year and looking back at the the data and whatnot, is just a reminder for myself that yo, dude, remember what you started this for. Remember what this channel's purpose is for, what TheWordPlay is for. It's to share my love of video games and share the gospel with others along the way. That's the mission of TheWordPlay. As I strive to go for YouTube partner monetization, and as well as other avenues to be able to make money doing TheWordPlay, this is the mission that I hope to not forget, and I want you guys to keep me accountable. I don't forget it. Some may not care for Jesus, and that's expected, but my hope is that, so I'm just like reading my notes, so if you see me like looking up and down, this is why I do much better writing a script. But my hope is that even as a Christian, even if you watch my videos and you don't care for the gospel, but you care for the gaming, that hey, you still get something out of it. As someone that grew up loving video games, being a total gamer long before I was a Christian, I get it. I get just how comforting games are. That new game smell when you, well, maybe not so much now because of I'll get a lot more games digitally. Although maybe not so much the case because I have a new game that I haven't opened yet. So I guess it's still that new game smell. I don't know, does anyone else get fascinated by new game smells? That's me. Okay, fair enough. But I get how comforting they could be. I get how social they can be when you play with other people. I get how they inspire both future and even current video game developers. I'm someone that's inspired to be a game developer. I've made a few games here and there and still trying to make more games in the future. I get it. As much as I am a gamer, I also love Jesus. So for those of you who are watching who are also Christians and also gamers, awesome. Glad you're here. I want to meet more of you. As for those of you that not interested in Jesus but interested in games, hey, you're welcome here too. I have no idea what I'm doing, and for all I know, doing this whole TheWordPlay thing could be a colossal waste of time, but it means something to me. It's something that I've always wanted to do for years, and if this means something to at least one other person, then I think it's worth it. For those that have subscribed to the YouTube channel, I think as of now it's at 48 subscribers. Thank you so much. To the Twitch followers, I think I'm currently at 72. Thank you so much for following. For those that have donated on Twitch, who've bought merch, again, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks for chatting, keeping me company. Thanks for commenting. Anyone that's commented any of the videos that I've made, appreciate it. Always love reading them. All right, so that's all the 2021 stuff. What to look forward to in 2022? So there are definitely a few games that I'm really looking forward to in 2022. There's the King of Fighters 15. Really looking forward to it. I totally missed out on the demo just because of different circumstances, but I'm really looking forward to the King of Fighters 15. Another video game that we're looking forward to is DNF Duel. Missed the beta for that as well, but it looks super dope. Can't wait. Another game that I'm looking forward to is Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I had to look at it multiple times because I feel like I've always mispronounced the title of this game multiple times, but this game looks super cool. Definitely a spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio Future. It looks so good. This looks so dope. I already know the soundtrack is going to be great based on what they've shown so far. Next, I guess another fighting game, Multiverses, Warner Brothers platform fighter. Looks really great. As much as I was really looking forward to Nicktoons All-Star Brawl, this one looks like it's definitely going to be a bit of an improvement on that. I can't knock Nicktoons All-Star Brawl too much because of, I understand they were having, there's just a lot of things going on there, but Multiverses looks like it's great. Plus it's going to be free to play, which will be interesting to see how this model works. I understand that, I believe it's Brawlhalla is the other free to play platform fighter. I haven't played that, but I'm interested in seeing how this works. Let's see, what else is coming out next year? Splatoon 3. I love Splatoon. I haven't picked up the second one. I don't know why I haven't picked up the second one, but the first one was definitely my jam on the Wii U. Such a great game. I invested so many hours into that game. It's actually insane. So Splatoon 3, definitely looking forward to it. I guess in a way it kind of works out that I didn't play Splatoon 2, because honestly I don't really know how much of a difference Splatoon 3 can be outside of new maps and stuff like that. From what I understand, there wasn't too much of a difference between Splatoon 1 and 2. I think probably the bigger emphasis on single player, of course, but it's probably just like a micro upgrade, essentially just a way to play Splatoon on the Switch. So this is gonna be more Splatoon on the Switch, so I missed out on 2, so this will be my chance to jump in on more Splatoon, and I can't wait. The other game that I'm looking forward to is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Looks like a super awesome beat 'em up. Reminds me so much of Turtles in Time, which is like peak TMNT gaming. I can't wait. It looks super great, and I hope it doesn't get delayed. But if it does, that only means that the game's gonna get much better. Breath of the Wild 2, or whatever the final name of the sequel to Breath of the Wild will be. I think everyone's just waiting for this. We don't have a release date yet. We just know 2022. So definitely keeping my eyes out for it. Love Breath of the Wild. And even if this is just more Breath of the Wild, I'm all for it. Sifu looks really cool. I haven't looked too much into it. In fact, it's a little bit confusing, but it's one of those things where it looks interesting. It looks so interesting that I don't want to spoil too much by watching trailers. So I want to experience as much of it myself. But from what I have seen, Sifu looks pretty cool. So that's definitely a game that I've been keeping my eye out for. Chocobo GP. Okay, so low-key, I really love Chocobo Racing. Funny enough, that's actually my very first Final Fantasy game is Chocobo Racing. It was definitely an out of left field announcement earlier this year, but I was freaking out when they showed the trailer for Chocobo GP, and I can't wait for this next year. And in terms of movies, Sonic 2 movie, of course, I'm gonna be there. And the Mario movie, I'm interested in seeing more. It sounds so ridiculous, being that Illumination's working on it, and the voice cast that they have sounds totally ridiculous. But I really want to see where they go with this. It can either go one of two ways. It can either be extremely good or extremely bad, and I can't wait. I doubt that it will be boring. If it's boring, that's a travesty, but I highly doubt it. It's gonna be one of two ways. Alright, as for the channel, here's the goal for 2022. Overall, I just want to be a lot more consistent. That's the name of the game here. Starting with YouTube, definitely want to have more videos on a regular basis. The minimum that I'm aiming for is at least 2 videos a month. That's the bare minimum that I'm trying to hit. However, if I can do even better by uploading weekly or even bi-weekly, that would be even better. I mean, I guess if I do bi-weekly, that would still come out to 2 videos a month, but 2 videos a month minimum is the threshold that I'm trying to meet. Once I nail a upload schedule, I'll update the banner for all of y'all to see, and in a way, I guess I'll keep me accountable to try to upload as many videos as I possibly can. As for streaming, which I guess also applies to YouTube, but also no, Twitch, same deal. I'm gonna try to come up with a consistent upload schedule or streaming schedule, because as of now, it's been all over the place, often at random times. So I'm gonna figure out what's gonna be my regular streaming schedule. And once I do, same deal, I'll upload the banners. I guess I'll have no choice but to try my best to stick to those schedules, or stick to that streaming schedule. Stick to the streaming schedule as best I can. Now, the thing with streaming is that it can be a little bit mentally taxing, so I will leave room for breaks and whatnot so I don't get burnt out on doing it. But yeah, I'll create a schedule and I'll stick to it. And also with streaming is I'm going to be streaming with the intention that the streams become other forms of content. So either become YouTube videos or become short form content like shorts or TikToks, whatnot. Another thing for 2022 is I am going to upgrade my stream layout. This is actually something that I've wanted to do for a long time, but since I was working full time throughout the year, I just didn't get around to it, especially since I wasn't streaming that much to begin with. Next year, I'm definitely looking to upgrade my whole stream layout, create some more graphics, and just make things look a little bit nicer. And speaking of making things look better, for 2022, I definitely want to make more art. I really want to improve on drawing because there's some other goals that I have in the future that I don't want to quite get into yet, but I will further down the line. But I really want to improve on my drawing skills. A trap that I tend to fall into is I learned a lot about how to draw better. I learned a lot about the fundamentals, and I do a lot more learning than actual doing. Because of time, that's a consistent theme. If the wordplay is consistent with anything, is the excuse that just didn't have the time because of full-time work. It was a lot easier to just focus on learning how to draw than the actual draw, but it was also combined with the fact that I was afraid of how my art would be perceived, and just the fact that I'm my own worst critic, and I think a lot of stuff that I make looks trash. But I need to get over it. I need to crank out the drawings. That's definitely one of my New Year's resolutions, to crank out the drawings. Yeah, just crank them out. Just crank out the drawings and focus on one thing to improve on while cranking out those drawings. And once I do well in that, then focus on the other areas. Then try to tackle so many things at once that I just get paralyzed into not making anything. So that's gonna be another goal for 2022. Another goal next year is just be financially stable, for the wordplay to be financially stable as a brand and whatnot. Not to go into too much detail, this year was definitely challenging, a lot harder than 2020, and that's saying a lot considering everything that happened last year. This year's been hard because of work and transitions and a lot of uncertainty and yeah, just a whole lot of stuff. I'll leave it here for now, but I highly encourage any of those who know me in real life, if you'd like to know more, shoot me a call or text and I'll let you know more. Rest assured, we are doing fine as at the moment. Don't have to worry too much at the moment. The wordplay is still going to be going. We're going to keep this thing going as best we can. I don't plan on making this a thing a whole lot, but if you'd like to support us in any way you can, feel free to toss in a tip. I do have a Patreon. I actually had it for a long time now, but never advertised it or anything, just because I wanted to wait until I felt like I made something of value to justify people giving their hard-earned money, that they could definitely go to something else or someone else. So which is why I haven't talked about it, but do have a Patreon. If you feel like supporting, that's another way that you can support the wordplay. And of course, merch. There's a lot of merch that I've made. Well, I guess not a lot, but I've made merch. There's more going to be coming. If you want to support, definitely check them out. Totally suck at doing this whole call to action thing, like support us, buy this. Because I don't know, I'd rather just have people choose to do that themselves. But if you want to support, you know what to do. Yeah, that's everything about 2021, 2022. Hoping it's a better year. Hoping it's a better year for you as well. What are things that you're looking forward to? What games are you looking forward to? What movies are you looking forward to? What was your highlights of 2021? Comment down below. I'd love to hear it. If you're looking for a church to be a part of, I'm part of a non-denominational church. Down in the description below will be a link to our church locator so you can find one of our churches near you. If studying the Bible sounds interesting to you, let me know. We can set up something through Discord. And I do stream. I'm going to be working on the consistent streaming schedule. That should be up sometime in the new year. But yeah, come hang out the next time that we stream. Love to have you. I think that pretty much covers everything. Guys, just want to take this time to say thank you for watching. Thank you for all your support. 2022, hoping it's going to be a great year. Hoping it's going to be a great year for you as well. Stay safe and have a great new year. And till next time.